To cover the last part, we will be solving Worksheet 5, Problem 15. We want to compare the percentage of graduates that have found a job after they graduate in two universities, AUB and LIU. We chose a sample of 34 students from AUB, among which 12 has found a job, and a sample of 24 LIU graduates, among which 17 has found a job. We want to compare if there is a difference in the proportion between LIU and AUB. Step 1. We state our hypothesis. The claim always goes in H1. We are claiming that the proportion for LIU is different than the proportion for AUB. So H1 would be pi1 different than pi2, and H0 would be pi1 is equal to pi2. Step 2. We state our level of significance, which is equal to 0.05. In step 3, we calculate Z calculated. To do that, we need P1, P2, and PC. P1 would be equal to 35.29%, P2 would be equal to 70.83%, and PC would be equal to 0.5. Substituting that in the formula will lead to a Z calculated of minus 2.67. To find Z critical, we need to draw a normal curve with two tails. The error would be divided on the two tails, 2.5 on each tail. To find the area between the mean and Z critique, we need to subtract 50 from 2.5. We find a percentage of 47.5%. We go to Z table and find a Z critical equal to minus 1.96. If Z calculated falls between minus 1.96 and 1.96, we do not reject H0. While if Z calculated is less than minus 1.96 or higher than 1.96, we reject H0. In our case, Z calculated is less than minus 1.96, so we reject H0. Although not asked in this question, but we will calculate p-value and prove our answer. P-value is equal to 2 times 0.5 minus the probability of Z calculated. In our case, Z calculated is equal to minus 2.67. That would lead to a probability of 0.4962. Substituting that in the formula will lead to a p-value of 0.0076. So p-value is less than alpha, which is equal to 0.05, which would lead us to reject H0. That result is the same result as found in the five steps hypothesis testing.